What up, what up, what up, internet? Who you are, where you be, where you at, what you see. This is Pop Cult Parent, your favorite podcast that talks about life, pop culture, and everything in between. And it's a special episode today. We are live streaming, live recording. It's a really good time. We are watching VHS 2 at Nils' house. It's a good time. I'm your host, Mark M.F. Jones, and I'm joined by...
This is Niels R.Y., a.k.a. Why in the world are you playing another tape? Why are you playing another tape?
And this is Shannon, a.k.a. Very horrific situation. Vexed having seen VHS.
And we got some guests with us today. We got Gavin coming back. Gavin has been on multiple episodes.
What's good?
And we're excited to have Gavin back. Gavin, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Gavin, what you having? What's good? I had to try to follow Shannon.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Maybe one day Gavin will get an AKA. Yeah. I don't know. Today is clearly not the day, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. And then Levon, please introduce yourself. Say hello to the Pop Cult.
Hello, Pop Cult folks. My name is Levon. I don't have a really cool intro, but as we watch VHS, I'm really thinking a lot about how several of these interactions are very steeped in a white, and I am allowed to be here. I'm allowed to do whatever, anything, all the time. So that's my intro. My intro is that I'm coming at this with a critical eye as a watcher.
White people just white people in out right.
They invented horror, dog.
Yeah,
we know horror without white people. We gotta give them that.
Fair enough.
Because without white people, it's just everyone would go home. Like, well, guys, Thing is in that room, so I'm gonna go home.
This situation is brought to you by white curiosity.
I feel like this is like very Blair Witch. You know what I mean? Like Blair Witch walked so VHS could run.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I heard Michael Myers is in the neighborhood, so I'm going to Massachusetts.
So, for context, y'all, the episode we are watching VHS 2. Part of the reason we're watching VHS 2 is because myself, Mark, and our mutual friend
David.
We dropping the names now.
He's been on the show, dog.
He's been on the show multiple times. But still, anyways, our mutual friend, we like first dived into the VHS franchise many years ago when it first came out, and we watched VHS 2. And I remember that night, Mark. We watched VHS 2 and we laughed our tails off because it was so scary. It was frightening. We're gonna get to one of the segments. Yeah. But we're thinking, one, Shannon hasn't seen VHS 2, and that was all the reason we needed to find an excuse to watch VHS 2 again. Hey. But the other thing that we wanted to do was like, hey, this is one of our favorite horror movies. Let's just have folks come together. We can watch it. We are live streaming, but we'll also record and talk about each of the segments as we watch it. So you're getting real time, like our reactions to watching the segment. We ain't even really talked about it. We just finished watching the first segment.
I don't even know what his name is.
I don't even know what his name is.
The new eye.
We should probably figure that. Oh, I ain't got my phone. You gotta find it.
And then I'll look it up. But also, this is our first live recording, our first episode that we recorded and didn't get recorded.
That did not get recorded. Yes.
So
the
bear
infamous
with
Shrek
us.
episode.
Yeah.
To this day, no one has ever heard the Shrek episode, and no one will ever hear it. And we will never, ever review Shrek. Ever. None of
Out of principle, dog.
Out of straight principle.
So I say that to say, bear with us. This is our first live recording. I'm trying to monitor sound as we're doing it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. So, do we want to jump in and talking about the first segment?
Yes. Well, you wanted to say something about, while I'm looking up the first segment, you want to talk about VHS 1, right?
So, just want to name, I wouldn't call myself a horror aficionado. I have people in my life who are horror aficionados. Shout out to Andrea Noble and Natalie Waterman. Those are my horror people in my life. So this is a new space for me. Not that I've never seen horror movies, but I wouldn't call myself a devoted fan in that way. That said, because I knew I was going to be here and be with you all, and I was excited to do that, I did want to watch VHS 1. And so I did. And so it was a unique experience. I like the found footage concept, generally speaking. And I think there were 4 segments in that. I think there were 2 that really worked for me and the other 2 less so much. But the overarching film that surrounded people finding these VHS tapes, that one was kind of on the fence. But what was a through line for me through all of them is that not just in the most stereotypical way of like white folks act like this and black folks act like that, but just in a very like the things that you all are doing I have experienced being around particularly young white men. And I was just like, man, like seeing this on screen really just, that's a really I'm glad I'm not around that shit. That stuff no more like I used to be. So that was that. So that was just a very interesting.
This man, hold on, I gotta reiterate what this man just said. He said, from watching a horror movie, I'm glad I don't interact with young white boys anymore. Because they put me in situations with monsters. And ghosts.
I caught that.
And evil spirits. You caught that, right? I just want to make sure.
We just watched a horror movie. He's like, I'm so glad I don't watch
I done right with my life.
Goblins and ghouls.
Watch that first segment and tell me. I mean,
Oh my
I was
God.
You're not lying, though. You are 100%
segment,
correct.
I was like, bruh.
There's so many different choices, right? They just kept making every wrong choice.
Every single wrong
Every
choice.
single
And
wrong
like,
choice.
not to bring it down, but like lots of rape culture happening
Yeah,
in that first
absolutely.
segment.
Absolutely.
Very uncomfortable, but yeah.
Absolutely. And if anything, that first segment, VHS, hopefully has made people live their lives better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
There you
maybe
go.
keep it in your pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. VHS, saving the world.
But
Ending
wait,
patriarchy one step at a time.
we talking about this one or the first one?
We're talking about the first
Are we
one.
talking about the first one? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The
But
first one,
yeah.
it was very hypersexualized.
Yeah,
Like there
yeah.
was, I would say, 2 to 3 different instances where you're just kind of like, yeah, y'all, what are y'all doing? But then it's also like, ooh, you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
Claws ass out. Like you're just like ready for them to just die. Like I mean,
Yes.
not literally on the sense that he said, but more figuratively on the character side. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying? Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So if you got the first segment is called, well, so before that we have tape 49,
Yeah.
the frame narrative. The frame narrative for the movie, it follows a couple of private investigators who are hired by a grieving mother to find her missing son. They break into a house and find strange collection of VHS, which begin the film.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them puts the tape in, and we get to, it's called Phase 1 Clinical Trials.
I have a strong suspicion there won't be a phase 2.
Yeah. This short follows a man who is haunted and stalked by mysterious phantoms after receiving a bionic eye implant.
Okay, so I'll start off with the reaction, which is, yo, this is not just my problem. This is everybody's problem.
Yeah.
If I'm seeing something,
Yeah.
I am leaving the premises immediately, and I am going to get some help. And if can't nobody help me, I'm going to the doctor's house.
Dog.
And I am chilling there, because I ain't going to be by myself, first and foremost.
And if the doctor ain't up, whatever 24-hour establishment is open, I'm your new best friend.
Word.
Burger King,
Word.
Walmart,
Walmart,
we hanging out midnight if I'm seeing ghosts.
I see dead people on steroids. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what dude did for a living, but he didn't call nobody.
Yeah.
Like he didn't call nobody. He was just like, "Hey, I need y'all to take this out." Like you're not saying, "Hey, I'm seeing some weird stuff in my eyeballs." Like there are dead white people walking through my house. He just called his doctor.
Maybe he was doing people dirty.
Oh,
Because you know how old girl came in and was like, did you ever do anything bad to anybody? And he ain't never really answered.
He didn't.
But you ain't called nobody. I'm going to tell you right now. Besides the police, I'm calling everybody in their mouth. If I see a little creepy thing right here, even with y'all here, if I see a little creepy thing right here, everybody getting called.
The police,
Everybody getting called.
National Guard, HR,
Yes.
mom, cousin.
Ghostbusters,
Yeah,
like,
everybody.
Nah. But I think my biggest problem was dude had the eye. He knew he was having issues with it. He didn't immediately go back. He just kind of stayed at home And honestly, I think you were saying it. He didn't even think about just being like, you know what? I'm just good with this eye for a little bit.
yeah.
Like,
Put a patch on.
let me
Good
just
old
wait
fire
till
patch.
tomorrow. Like, I probably won't see or hear nothing crazy. Like, no figures in my bed, just sitting there chilling. Like, he just never thought how to take care of it immediately. He just thought, you know what? I gotta get this out. You know what I mean?
Just you see a ghost and this is me life now. Over the 7 seas.
And he said it was a car accident, right? Was it the car accident that made him hallucinate, or was it the eye? He just assumed I got an eyeball.
Yeah. And my assumption is maybe the girl and the man he was saying that was maybe the car accident. He probably killed a dad and his daughter in a car accident. That was my assumption, you know.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I never
Why
thought about
was
that.
the uncle there? Because the uncle was still there.
That was hers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was still there. She was gone. Oh no, she was still around.
Yeah.
The uncle was gone after she
Right.
got gone.
And
Okay.
then when she died, she showed up with the dad and the daughter.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that could have been
Yeah.
the car accident.
Yeah. But I am like,
Yeah.
why was what's her name? Clarissa?
Clarissa, yeah.
Yeah. Why was she then hurting him? Because she was a live person, right?
Right.
And we assume she was a live person. She died.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the ghosts were like coming to hurt him, she was also there with them.
You can't die around
And
the eye.
why did they
You
for
can't
the
die around
uncle
the
to
eye.
disappear? I don't understand it. Why did they need to get it in? Why? Like, they had intercourse. It wasn't no play. She was like, I need to strip off and we need to have intercourse for my uncle.
That'd be the life of a pirate.
Lady, I don't know you.
Hey, but you
They didn't even got first base. They went straight home.
he didn't even go away. He got closer before she got on top. Like, he was like, oh, nah, y'all getting it in? What's up? Like, naked and just in drawers and like over his knees.
I
Dead.
question everybody.
Yeah.
I question.
She's like, I know how to make him go away. I don't think he went away. I think he just was done.
You know it's bad when you gotta tell ghosts to mind their business, dog. But anyway,
He was done.
How did she
was
know
like, yo, I'm-
that was gonna have him go away?
He was like,
So
you know what?
she must have
I
tried.
probably shouldn't be here.
Think about this. She must have tried a lot of stuff
Yeah.
before she figured out. That
She's like,
that
all right.
How do you
against my
how do you
uncle.
get to sex? Yeah, like
how
what?
do you get rid of ghosts? Check one, pick my nose, fart, sex. Ghosts hate sex.
Ghosts hate sex. Got it.
If the Christmas Carol, Scrooge was getting on.
Yeah.
Scrooge, oh god, not tonight. Not tonight.
The ghost of Christmas.
The ghost of
present will be
Christmas
back.
Not tonight.
Ew.
We'll come back New Year's.
Ebenezer.
polite?
Put it away, Ebenezer.
So polite.
Wrap it up.
They don't want to mess while you're having privacy time.
Ghosts hate the smell of stank. That's what it is. They hate stink. That's why they
But
live
they
in
stink.
haunted houses.
How do they hate stink when they stink?
But a haunted house is like it's just old. It's dry air.
Come on,
The
now.
difference between your stink.
Yeah.
Rotting
And smelling
flesh and
living
then
stink.
rotting booty? Come on.
There's a difference between your stink and other people's stink.
Yeah.
You know, that
You know
might
what I'm
be-
saying?
Y'all
Look,
agree? Because I don't know.
This
I
is
might.
a horror movie.
I'm just saying, like, how do
Living
they,
stink and
if we okay,
ghost stink.
we gotta go existential now. If you're a ghost and you can smell, does booty or dead body bother you more?
Well, it's got to be booty.
Exactly. Well,
Because
no,
dead
actually,
body,
that goes to your point.
dead body is that's what you smell. That's what you smell all the time.
So booty bothers you because you can't smell it
I
no
think
more.
booty bothers everybody. Living the
But does
dead.
booty
Stanky
bother you because you
Godzilla
can't
probably
smell it,
walks
or
into a
because
city,
you smell it and
smell
it's
like
still
booty.
worse? wait. Hold on, I'm gonna get real heady for you. So, does booty smell worse because you can't smell it, or because in your mind it smells worse than death because you can't smell it?
It's got to be the worst smelling thing you smell.
Booty smells worse than a dead body.
If you're a dead body, the worst smelling thing to you
Is your booty?
Live booty or dead?
Why are we?
Why are we talking about booty?
Hey,
Why are we here?
this is what people want to hear, man.
A hard-hitting question.
Any other thoughts on the first segment before we jump into the next thing?
Fun jump scares.
Yeah, fun jump scares. I The only thing is, like, this is a movie, so I don't want to be like, it's not realistic, but yeah, dog, I would have went anywhere. 7-Eleven. But yeah, me and whoever's hanging out at the counter, that's my best friend. We just
You just
chilling.
would've left the house,
Dog,
right?
I would have
Yeah.
left the house, went to a hotel, went to Vegas. I don't know, but like,
Not alone.
yeah, not alone.
Not alone.
And I would have done the Bart Simpson, Lisa, I'm going to start swinging. It may not work on Ghost, but it's all I got. I would have done the Boys in the Hood.
I'm just singing. You want some of me? I'm just singing.
I would say my one thought to that is now he probably would have. I feel like the way that house was set up and it's some area of California or something.
Yeah.
He would have been driving down this like deserted, curvy road. Ghost probably would have showed up in the road and he would have swerved off and drove off the cliff, or it would have been another car wreck. Yeah. When it's like in reality, I'm like, I'm staying on this road. Like if I gotta drive through you, like that's just what's gonna happen.
But that's the thing. You just keep driving. You're like, because you know they're ghosts. But see, that's how horror movies get you. Because you think it's a ghost, and you run over like a
Actual person.
a family out for a night walk, because that's what white people do. They night walk.
a night walk
That's one
on a deserted road.
In the middle of a deserted road.
Sharon.
All the kids too. Hey,
And then now you got 7 more ghosts that are after you because you just drove
You
over
just
that family.
You just added more ghosts.
Oh, man. Terrible.
Oh,
I think the last thing I'll say is why? So he took the eye out. They were shook, and they still were able to mess him up. And then they put the eye in his body.
Yeah.
Why?
down his throat.
Why? Doesn't make no sense.
It doesn't.
But yeah.
yeah, it's all good.
Again, I promise not to be the suspension of disbelief police during this entire watch. I promise I'm not going to do that. It was very interesting to me when the doctor was first telling him about the eye, and he was like, well, how am I going to have any privacy? And they're like, you don't deserve privacy. This is technology we've given you. What do you think we're not going to, even that was just like, bruh, like, no, we're going to work this out. Like, I there are things that I need to do that are private. Let's walk through how this technology works. Yeah. You mentioned glitches of some sort. Yeah. And so that first call is like, I'm seeing glitches in the form of a human being, very bloody. You know what I'm saying? Right. And a little girl. So I think that this is not ready. The prototype is not ready. Maybe y'all need to run this one more time before, you know.
And like you said, glitches, not hallucinations. You know what I mean? Like people shouldn't be walking towards me that aren't there if I cover one eye. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was able, I don't know how they connected the two, but thinking about it, he was able to hear through, you know, like if it was recording on the eye and you still get audio, like there was so much into that eye. So it's like, what were y'all testing? You know what I mean? Like that part I didn't think about, but also I didn't think about the part that you said about.
They're like, it's the beta. Like at midnight tonight, you're gonna have an update on your eye. Plug your eye in.
The Wi-Fi and stuff.
If your eye is at 50% power, plug it in. You'll get the update.
You forgot the USB part of the whole apparatus.
Two things come to mind as y'all say that. I'm like, one, I think of like the cops with the body cams. He would have been like, oh, it messed up. Like, press the button and like cut it off. Like, you know how they cut off the body. Oh, cut it off by mistake. But then the other part, I'm laughing because I think you had mentioned this in a previous episode, Mark, but like the updates, I think of when you were mentioning, I think Alien, it would have been like that. Like your update is happening.
I don't even want to think what an updating biomechanical eye or organ feels like. Like it's like, oh, you got to update your heart, and it's like you're gonna die for the next 1 minute, but
come back better.
If you have a clear
we read the condition.
Yeah, that's real. Like, would you just go blind while you're like updating and stuff? Because he said you couldn't see out of this eye.
You just can't see in general.
It's like updating. Like, whoops, error.
Alrighty, well, I think we're good on this segment. we're gonna keep it going, and we'll come back and talk about the next one.
I'm so
excited. All right, here we go.
To see the rest of this.
All right, so pop cult. Dang, good lord!
The name of your podcast is Pop Cult Crew. Just to remind you.
All right. What up, Pop Cult Crew? Yo, we're back. We had just watched the second segment of VHS2, which is called A Ride in the Park. And this segment is the short follows a cyclist who is attacked by zombies in the woods, who is soon transformed into one. The short captures his story through a GoPro on his bike helmet, which allows the audience to see through his perspective as he rampages in his undead form. All right, what did you guys think about this segment?
I would just say, this was the ultimate commercial for GoPro. GoPro, indestructible. Like whatever. Ultimate commercial for GoPro.
It survived the
Shotgun blast to the head.
Yeah. Like GoPro outlasted all the humans. Like,
In the end, there'll be only GoPro.
Yeah. but yo, my thoughts. No, I mean it was wild. So I mean the question that was posed and we were talking about it was just like, at what point do you become the zombie? What point is you are too far gone to say like even becoming a zombie, or that point where you're like you die? Or you actually become a zombie. You know what I mean? So like, at what point does that happen? It made you question that. My other thought is, man, the curiosity of people, as you were talking, like, why curiosity?
What's going on over here? What's this?
Oh, a dead guy. Yeah. Check his pulse.
I feel like there are 8 or 9 things that happened that like led up to this, and I would have stopped at number 1. Like I think as soon as I saw a person laying in the woods, let's take it to the beginning. I think as soon as that woman would have like ran out of the woods at me or whatever, first of all, I assume I would have been going fast enough that I would have gone past her.
You would have missed her.
That's crazy.
You would have missed her. Oh, crazy ass.
Yeah.
Shit, woo! You would have missed her by excuse me.
Yeah, and then for some reason, if I would have been able to see, oh, she's in danger, as I'm driving by, I would have been like, cool, I'll pull out my phone. Hey, there's a woman back there who's in danger. And I would have kept going.
Shit, sucks to be you.
So I feel you. I don't disagree. I'm going to say that. But I think it was the first red flag for me was she stops you. Like, cool, I understand that. His reaction, I give him credit, was like, oh, I should go get some help. She then says, stop, no, my boyfriend. And I think my spider senses would have started tingling. Why do you want to stop me? Why do you think all I'm doing is riding a bike? You think I got the skills and the tools to help your boyfriend who is in danger? I need to go get help. Why do you want to stop me from getting help? And then the throwing up of whatever that black mucus mixture was would have been enough for me to go out, get out of Dodge.
When you throw up anything but food, like you belong to the devil.
Yeah.
Like it's like you like if it don't got chunks, if it's not like Taco Bell or Cheesecake Factory, you belong to the devil. Like
that's a great rule. That's a great rule. That's an awesome rule.
Yeah, like how do you have black film coming out of your body? Red flag right there. I think my joint was like.
Did you learn that from The Exorcist? Is that?
That was
you belong
green. That was green.
to that side of the fence, dog. If it don't look like food, you belong.
You can't place it.
You
devil.
My biggest red flag would have been like, first of all, the zombie effect of seeing all 3 or 4 people come through the woods. I'd have been like, 1, 2, 3, I'm out. First of all. Second of all, it seemed like this zombie arc seemed more human than any other zombie arc I've seen, especially when he was like, I can decide if I want to keep going or I can stop. I don't think I've seen that since like, I don't know if y'all saw Warm Bodies, where they were like conscious of being zombies. That was the most conscious zombie iteration I've seen, and I love zombie movies, but that one was cool because it showed him as the zombie, it showed him as the hunger, and then it showed him as, wait, what am I doing? And
but
then
see,
it was like,
I push back on that because, like, why?
Why what?
Why did he was just like, as a zombie, he was like, this is wrong.
Nah,
but imagine how many zombies see their own reflection.
But
I actually think it was because what persisted through all of this is a love story.
For who?
Right.
Him and Amy?
Him and Amy. This is a love story.
He butt dialed.
He butt dialed Amy, and hearing her voice, what persisted through the dying, the becoming a zombie, the eating people, what persisted through all that was the love that he has for his lady. So when she butt dialed and he heard her voice, he was reminded, oh wow, I love this woman, and if I stay a zombie, I'm eventually gonna kill her. So I need to end it now before I put her in danger. That's what I think it was.
But what?
It's a love story.
And that's a great take.
Thank you.
But what? Like, I don't know. It's just. But what made him realize like it's just? Amy, you're a zombie now. Why are you picking up your cell phone?
I mean, it was a butt dial. It was a butt dial. Oh yeah, but why was he holding it? Yeah. Hey, muscle memory. I'm convinced that's muscle memory. We probably all. If we turn zombies, we probably.
Hey, baby! But no. But my thing is,
Ordering an Uber.
he saw it wasn't then. He saw his reflection on the van before that. He saw his reflection. He's like, oh, and he fell over because they were backing out, and he got run over almost. But I think when he saw who he was like, I'm not with this. And he was like, wait, this ain't me. Wait, I got a butt dog. Ain't me. I know I shouldn't be a zombie. Oh, a shotgun. I feel like it was just very basic. You know what I mean? Basic instinct.
In theory, this is great, but in practice, I don't think you got there. I don't think you showed enough to be like, me zombie?
Yeah.
Me bad? I don't think you showed enough to get there, man. That's just my opinion.
But that's the thing. I would take that take and throw it on the next joint we're about to watch. Because I know exactly what's coming up right now.
I'll say so.
Very quickly, I'm very convicted because I was talking a lot of smack about how a lot of these premises are based on white privilege, white curiosity, and I would be dead as hell. I'm a perpetual good Samaritan. I would have stopped the bile coming out of. I would have stopped. I would have stopped. She seemed like she was in danger. Yeah. I would have probably tried to be on my phone at the same time. But now, when I saw the 3 zombies coming at me, I would have jetted them, but it would have probably been too late. And so I have to admit, I have to say,
you would have been dead.
I would have been dead right there. I would have been worse than my man.
Do you realize you're throwing up?
I'd be like, if she's like, help my boyfriend. I'd be like, where is he at?
Where was the boyfriend?
Like, what's going on?
Zombies.
He was one of three. Okay.
At least you know yourself.
I'm very convicted. I would have been dead. That on that one, I would have been dead. A lot of these other ones, I wouldn't have been dead, but I'd have been straight dead.
I can't wait to hear your take on the next one because I feel like I would have been dead in the next drink.
What do we all think about this? Like, if we had to grade it, whatever.
Compared to the first story? Or just in general?
Well, as a rating, just in general.
Yeah.
I'd give that one a solid 6.5.
Okay.
I'm giving it a C+, B-.
Yeah, 6.5.
Yeah.
Same rating.
Yes.
B-. Yeah, I think B- because it does make you question stuff. I don't think you would clearly say this is bad, this is good. It like you said, it makes you question that humanity and when do you become, what keeps you alive, and like alive in terms of what keeps your humanity. So yeah, like Word. B-.
Word.
I'm gonna say a D+, C-.
Oh,
did not love that one.
you got to ask the question after this next one because this is one of my favorites of VHS 2.
What about you?
I'm giving it a solid B because of the technique and the execution. Like a zombie wearing a GoPro.
Originality, right?
Very original, you know. But like I said, how we get there to the me zombie, me bad, and like I think you needed more work there. So
there you go.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next one. All right, so we are back. We're back, Pop Cult. We are back with segment. I should have had this ready. I'm sorry. So, you talk amongst yourselves.
Well, as Mark pulls up the segments a little, you got it. There we go. Yeah. As Mark pulls up the segment, wow. So a funny thing I'll say about the segment, I already shared this with you. So when we first watched this with our mutual friend, and if you've known Mark and I for years now, you know who our mutual friend is, David. And
David is an interesting guy, right? I think we can all say he's an interesting guy. We watched this in 2013 when it came out. It's 2025. For the next 12 years, David will randomly come up to us unexpectedly. And like, it's not like we see him approaching. Yeah. He'll just sneakily find his way next to you. And all he'll say is, bye-bye. No context, and then walk away. And because we know it, we're like, this man is, we die laughing every time.
What, yo? Hey,
every time.
That's hilarious. Hey, yo, so real talk.
You got the name of the segment?
Yeah. Okay, so the name of this segment is Safe Haven. This critically acclaimed short follows so that means other people felt the same way you felt. Yes. So, critically acclaimed short follows a news crew who travels to the home of a mysterious Indonesian cult. Soon chaos breaks out and the crew are caught in bloody, twisted nightmare. Yeah. And I just want to say this is directed by I don't know how to pronounce these names. Timo
Tadahunto and Gareth Hu.
Yes,
Evans.
Evans. One of these gentlemen, I don't know who, is actually a co-director and writer for the Raid 2. Oh. So, they co-directed this and they directed Raid 2, which is and the Raid movies in general.
Is this what got you to start watching Raid 2?
I actually watched Raid 1.
Yeah.
I want to say I watched Raid 2 and then I watched this, and when I put the pieces together, I was like, it makes sense.
Yes.
I was like, this makes perfect sense. If you've seen Raid 2, there's a girl with a hammer. And when you're like, yeah, that makes perfect sense that the guy that made this made Raid.
Shout out to Raid 2. That's Raid 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you talking Raid Redemption?
Raid 1.
Raid 1 is an apartment building, and Raid 2 is in the jail. Starts out in the jail.
Yeah.
Oh, then excuse me. Apologies. Yeah. Shout out to Raid. Raid 1 is stellar.
Raid 2 has one of the best car chases I've ever seen in my life. So yeah.
Anyways, great movies. But Safe Haven.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we say that this was like a great zombie genre, or should we say this is like a possessed demon genre? Because honestly, I took away like, hey, they gave us 2 great zombie movies or zombie anthology stories in VHS 2 just now.
I think Safe Haven is so dope because it's 3 horror genres in one.
Give me the 3.
All right, so first and foremost, it starts off as a freaky, weird cult, right? So like Midsommar, like you've seen cult movies where it's just freaky and scary. So it starts off as that. Mm-hmm. Then it goes into the possessed like thing. And then it ends as a zombie movie. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you got your head blown off, they're still zombies.
All 3 are creepy and scary and dope. And I think that's why I think honestly that's why it's great. But I think part of the reason it has still lasted the test of time. I think it's still lasted the test of time because as you're seeing the movie progress, you're like, oh no. Oh, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And you're seeing, because as you are seeing him trying to escape, you remember everyone who died. And you're like, he has to get through an army of dead people to get out of there. There's no way he's making it out. So, because it's like the first few folks, you're like, oh man, this is scary and creepy. But then you're like, oh wow, you just saw all these people get killed when he was trying to get after the lady. So yeah, I think that's like the progression of it. It doesn't stop. It just gets worse and worse and worse until the end of it. And I think that's why it's a classic in my opinion.
It ramped up and it continued to ramp up. And what can I even say about it? For real. So something I would say. I mean, you really hit on the heavier points, and like I said, it's the whole creepy thing.
something I said over here, me and Gavin were rolling. Because I think Gavin was the only one that heard it.
I heard
but
it.
like, oh, you heard it? But I was saying, like, when the final demon devil thing came out, I was like, oh, Dad, the January 6th dude is there.
Hey, yo, he did. He said the QAnon shaman popped.
But he looked like, y'all know the dude with the head.
The QAnon shaman.
Yeah.
Liberal news.
Pelosi.
Hey, yo, Shannon, you're
Stolen
so
vote.
dumb for that, yo. Oh my God, yo.
Don't funny tell like that, but yo.
White Prince. White Prince.
But I saw this as soon as he said it. I saw this as soon as he said it. I was like, you right.
Gerrymandering. Why is this demon so political?
Stolen vote.
Is that an elephant on his chest?
Does that demon have a podcast?
Old ass iPod strings in his ears. Oh my gosh, you are so dumb. Oh
Can
my
I
gosh.
ask y'all a question? Do y'all think when Buddy was sitting there drinking the milk and he saw them hold their hands that he knew how this was gonna end?
Yep.
He was like,
Yep.
did he know she was pregnant? Like, how did he?
I think he knew the beginning of the prophecy. And that's when he was like, yep, you are welcome to come to my
Because
construction
all he
resort.
saw was them hold hands, and he was like,
He was sold. That's when they went to the
He was
compound. After that, yeah. My other thing was, like, this was such a good story because not only did we get betrayal in the middle of that, like, yo, that was his best friend, and that was his fiance. Oh, snitted it up.
yeah.
He just heard all
Random
that.
drama in the middle of this horror movie. Yes.
But then all of a sudden, zombies. And then all of a sudden, undead. He's like, we've been waiting for this whole crew to come and see us. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. You saw when he grabbed the milk.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time. And it's like, ew, 2% or 1%.
Yeah.
I was just like, the thing that killed me was this was better than the other zombie joint we saw because not only did zombies' heads get blown off, they were still moving. And you were like, oh, there go old buddy who you just betrayed. He gonna kill your ass.
Yeah.
And he didn't. But we were all like, hey.
Yeah, like that was the final boss. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's about to be a wrap.
Yeah. And then his whole joint, Daddy.
No.
And he's like,
Oh, my
like
goodness.
cry, laugh. I think that was more laughter than anything. Like, you know what? Whatever. Papa.
Golly.
I got a goat face, 2-horn little bastard. Like,
Do you all think that like the thing, evil devil thing, like will kill him? Like because he's like, this is Papa.
Nah.
But is he like?
But it's
You're a
like,
non-believer, this
if
and that,
it doesn't kill him, it's like loving him is going to kill him. Come here, Papa, and then like
Yeah.
crushes your
I love you so. Oops.
Like, I think his face, like what we were seeing at the end, was him realizing I had a hand in bringing this monster into the world.
Yeah.
Like, my betrayal of my
Right.
best friend and, like, was part of allowing all of this to happen. So, like, this is a manifestation of, like, my sin.
And when
Right.
when you cut me off, the only thing I was about to point out was the fact that his snot hit his like slobber.
Yeah.
And it was
it
one
started
string.
intertwining. It was
Like,
disgusting.
and I was like, that is the nastiest thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Cinema.
he's acting his
Cinema.
ass off. I was like, that is so nasty, but he's acting his ass off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But yeah.
If you like that, there's plenty of it in One Piece. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of snot and drool mixture together. There's plenty of that in One Piece if you want to see it, just in case you're wondering.
For me, it's like the one of the testaments for good horror for me is like when it's over, everyone's exhausted.
Yeah.
And
that
like
was exhausting.
I'm
Yeah.
exhausted for this dude. I'm like what it.
Which dude?
Like everyone at
The
end.
only one alive.
The only
No,
one
but
alive.
I would have been exhausted for dude who heard his fiance cheating on his best friend. Like, wait, hold up. And then he dies. Go get her. You're okay.
It's
Like,
just
what?
It's just to be in that, like you said, like your moment of weakness caused maybe potentially the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You brought the devil to the earth because you just had to get it in, and it's
Your
like,
best friend's lady.
and then just the insanity of it all, just the yeah. Oh, we're a good, nice little. Oh, hold on one second. followers, it is time. And he brings up, hey, what are you doing?
not to interrupt.
And the new guy. Hey, what are you doing there? What's going on? I will say this handles like the progression of what a regular person would experience. Like, what are you talking about? Hey, why'd you grab that? What are you doing? Hey. No, sit down.
He really did. Sir, yeah.
Sir, you got. Hey, sir, are you bleeding?
Sir, why are you on the table? Sir,
Why are you coming at me with a knife?
why are you coming at me? The boss cutter.
Yeah.
I told you not to interrupt me again.
So I just want to say what experience me and David had that reminds me so much of this segment. So when I had an apartment, I lived across from a gentleman, seemed like a nice guy, and I think he was married to a Korean woman. I don't remember, but one day he was just like, hey, we have this group and we just want to like meet with you all and show you good things. So David, I called David. I was like, hey, David, come with me. And I literally was like, because they try to kill us, I want someone with me, right? So we go to this thing, and first when we get there, they separate us. They take David in one room.
Strike one.
They take David in one room. They take me in another room, right? And so they're just talking like, hey, do you believe in like the Lord Jesus Christ? And I was like, yeah, I believe in Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian. They're like, fantastic. We're on the right path. All right, next question. And then they get to like some random dude, like some random guy, like this guy is the reincarnation of the Lord Jesus Christ. And out, right there, I was like, well, I was like, well, that's about it for me. And I yelled, I yelled out, I was like, David! Hey, David! And I guess in the lineup of converting, they had David in the exact same moment that I was in. And he's like, oh, yeah! And like, because David was already out the room. David was already out, like, walking towards me. He's like, yeah, we getting out of here. I was like, all right, guys, it has been fantastic. Thank you. And we left, dog, and we're talking about it. And like, it is not the same, but the vibes, like, give me the same vibes. Like, we walked into this building. It was like a community center. There's people learning scripture there. It was the same exact vibe. Yeah. And they were like, this is one so-and-so, and he's 55 years old, and he's Jesus Christ reincarnated. I was like, well, well, that's about enough.
Thanks for letting me know. So here's my question. Did that happen before or after this? You watched this?
I do not. I want to say this was after. I want to say. Okay. I want to say this is.
So
after.
When you were watching Save Him, you're looking at David like, hey, been there before.
But the part, like, it was so perfect because I guess they ran this script because I was like, well, all right, hey, David. And like, David was already walking towards me. He's like, yep, I heard, I'm already there. It's time to get out of here.
I love it. At that point, they probably asked David the question, and he was like, go on. Go on. They point to the guy. David David just went and was walking straight towards you. He probably didn't say a word to him.
At least I was like, well.
Yeah.
David
You gave him something. David got up and went straight to him.
He just got himself.
Oh, my goodness.
That's funny.
That's hilarious. Anyway, say David. we good?
I want to say, like, when you watch this, and you watch like
that's funny.
Raid or Raid 2, it all makes sense. It makes so much sense.
Yes.
Wait. So time out. Before you start that, so the director of this made Raid 2?
If I'm reading this right, this has 2 directors and 2 writers.
Right.
one of the directors is the
One of the
writer and
directors of
director
Raid 2.
Raid 1 and 2.
Raid 1 and 2.
Yes. Yeah.
Because 1 was one of the best fighting movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like ever.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm glad
Absolutely.
you agree.
Yeah.
Because I was waiting for that litmus test.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
he made this joint too? Because, I mean, granted, Raid...
He played a part.
Raid
Let's just say
was-
the Raid team played a part.
Yeah.
Okay, because in
VHS
terms of
2.
the action and the impact, I see that, but I don't see it here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Really? You
I
don't see it?
I don't see I see the realism in
You
the-
saw like the cinematography when he was like going with the silver pipe
right.
and like walking there. I feel like that gives a lot of Raid vibes.
I just think the intensity
Yeah.
screams Raid to me.
Well,
Like-
that part, yes. But I mean, like, it was filmed in such a like this motherfucker is putting people's heads through walls and glass. Like, I don't know how he did that. Like and making people feel like they're not breaking bones. You remember? Like, he was
Yeah.
literally snapping shit backwards, and like they kept going. You feel me?
I will
Yeah.
say this: if I have a criticism, sorry, if I have a criticism of this, some of the camera angles, I feel like they don't really. And it doesn't matter, but like they can't explain why I'm seeing it from this angle.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be like a found footage.
Yeah.
And like when the one woman is giving birth to the monster, I'm like, was she wearing a camera?
She was.
She had a camera
She
right
was.
here.
Okay,
She had
okay,
one
Yeah.
right here.
okay.
But they all had
Secret camera.
secret cameras.
Okay.
So that's why we were able to see.
Okay.
Remember, he was like, throw me the spy cam in the
Yeah,
beginning?
spy cam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, damn.
I will say very quickly, of all of the VHS anthology series I've seen, this one felt the most well done. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will say that like the acting, the writing, the execution, all of it for me at a higher level than what I've seen previously, both in this movie and I would almost say I would say in one as well. This one felt like
100%.
the quality of it was just like super well done.
Yeah.
And I think for me, what I am now, I've seen enough of the series to say the ones that get me the most are the story is intriguing. And this is a very intriguing story. In VHS 1, the story of the woman who was on video cam with like her boyfriend who was at medical school, that was another very intriguing one to me. So that's why that one stuck with me. So I think that's the hook for me in each of these. It's like how intriguing is it? And that's also why the one previous didn't land for me as much, because it didn't have.
They didn't really have a story.
For me, it didn't have that piece of intrigue.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So you need the
I hear you.
realism?
I don't know if I would call it realism. I need the story to be to make me think, to make me wonder what's next, what's happening. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like,
I mean, it
Well,
should have a
there's
story.
one
Because
more.
that one didn't,
Yeah.
the previous one before this didn't really have a story. It was like,
It was just more dude.
But this
riding
one
some
was a
bike,
story.
and then you got-
This was a movie.
like it was
This
intriguing.
was a- yeah.
Like I said.
yeah.
I will-
interview, cult, zombies, boom, apocalypse.
I will say, I think I've seen 3 or 4 of these things. This is the one I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the one.
You hold on. I like you. You know, you remember I like you.
I know. I like you. But this is the one. Like, if I think I've seen all these.
Yeah.
I only remember this one.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
Like like when we start talking about it, there's parts in one, but this one,
Yeah.
I do not. It never leaves my conscience.
Okay,
like,
that's fair. That's
bah,
Viral
never
wasn't
leaves my-
Viral wasn't as good as this one, but there were like 2 stories in Viral that were like, oh shit, like
I don't doubt that there's amazing stories in all of them.
Yeah.
This one, like,
yeah. No.
was a
I would tell
staple.
y'all, if you haven't watched VH3 or Viral, I would say stop there, but don't go to 85. Don't go to 94. Don't go to
'Cause we've
95,
seen
and do not go to
VHS3.
Beyond, because those are all
I
disappointing.
don't know. Is 3 Viral or
3 is Viral.
Okay.
Yeah.
4
we saw-
is
and
or
that's
5
when I
is,
that's when I
4
stopped.
is 85.
I don't think we
and
watched the
eight-
thing.
95
Did we
or
watch it?
94 or
I don't think we
95.
watched it.
I don't know. So, gentlemen,
Yeah.
we're at the end of VHS 2. We made it.
What's the title, man?
Title of the segment is called Slumber Party Alien Abduction. Now, let me just say, that is the most
I wonder what it's
anim-
about.
That's
Yeah.
you say you don't watch anime, right? That is the most anime title that ever existed.
Anime titles hide nothing.
Yes.
They're like today's episode. Goku dies from Frieza's hand. What will happen next time? I'm like, well, damn. This episode, Vash the Stampede gets killed by his brother. What? I'm like, what? Like
You're watching like a series of things happen, and like it ends. It's like, oh my goodness, are they gonna prevail? Next time, the heroes prevail. Okay, good.
anime
Great.
episodes don't give no S. They're like,
Yes.
if you're gonna watch this part, well, it's your fault. So
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
died. Goku's new transformation.
Yes.
Super Saiyan, new transformation next episode. Goku beats Frieza.
Yes. The fight ends. Goku prevails. Yes. Absolutely.
Goku arrives on Earth, beats Frieza. Trunks is new Super Saiyan. I'm like, that's the title. That's the title.
Absolutely. You are 100% correct.
The Cell game. Cell kills Goku, lives, comes back, and well, damn.
Because I remember, like, truly one of the titles, it was like, what, a new challenger arrives or something like that. It was like, well,
He
apparently
came
a new
back.
person's
Yes,
going to come
I
out
It's
and
like
fight.
Goku's dead, so who's next? Here comes Trunks. He got beat.
Yes.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
That's true.
So, okay, the title of the segment is called Slumber Party Alien Abduction.
Yes.
This experimental short is about a group of kids, white kids,
Yes.
followed by the camera attached to their dog, and who are pursued and abducted by a pack of malevolent aliens. Fellas, what did you think about Slumber Party?
Hey yo, please stop the shit first, yo, because I'm just.
I ain't even said nothing.
Yo, no, you were saying some funny shit. Stop playing. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Alien 7 Party.
But no, truly. I mean, obviously, we see where the whole like recording stuff, how it adds the extra element that we were talking about, like the Blair Witch, because the very first thing we saw, they're playing underwater, and I think the added level of that was, I expected the kid to be like, when he came up, to say something like, "Yo, I saw something, this and that," but it's like the true piece of, okay, this is why this adds another level of realism for me. I was just in Vermont. I was just in Vermont, like
Yo, can I just say, Shannon was Planet White People. On Planet White People.
but like legit. And so we were at a
You'll
family.
never see Vermont the same.
I won't. 'Cause we were at a family friend's lake house, and we played in the lake like every day.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that added realism was because I was just in a similar situation as this. There weren't any aliens that I know of, but that I know of. But I'm like, even just that little subtle thing, because obviously if you're in a lake, a beach or whatever, when you go into water, you close your eyes. And so therefore you don't see what's in there.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like, it added just that extra little piece.
But the
because
camera is still recording.
yeah.
Yes,
And so that's
yeah.
why I was like, that extra piece of, ooh, because that's what it is. When you go in there, you don't see anything and you come out, even if it's for a split second.
Mhm.
So that little piece there had me like, ooh,
Yeah.
like it was a small touch, but like it was on point.
When I was watching the fact that the same point you were talking about, when they came out of the water and you're just like, and they're just like aliens after you, I was like, hey, young, they're in your house, they're on your deck, they're on your water, they're in the air, like y'all are just chilling. And it was just like, y'all don't care until one of y'all got abducted. Like it didn't seem like until the little boy in the sleeping bag who was getting dragged through the water, until he was gone, everybody was like, nah, you tripping, like, or nah, you need to chill out.
To be
You
fair,
know what I mean?
The boyfriend was like, "Where's?" Like you said, Nels. He didn't ask like, "Where's the gun?" He was like, "Where's your dad's gun?"
But
You're white, and
he got.
but he got, but he did what he was supposed to do.
Did what he was supposed to do.
He was like, "We're white. This is your dad's lake house. Where's the
He
gun?"
has a gun. Where is the
Real.
gun?
Just
And
like,
you
open
can't
knowledge,
have
like,
a gun.
And to their credit,
do you have a gun? Where is
yeah,
it? You're right.
To their credit, they were like, "Well, we're not supposed to." They're like, "Top shelf."
Yes. It's right there.
And
Please
it was
use
like
it.
the same 3 aliens, and it do shit for all three aliens
We
that
are
they
in
saw,
danger. Please use that gun.
I feel like that was the disappointing part because they knew where it was, but all three aliens were like, "We gonna abduct you
Well,
one by
they
one."
are aliens, you know.
Yeah.
So I think something that is very interesting about this, which is one, the aliens. When we see aliens, typically they have the technological prowess to be able to travel to light speed to our solar system, adapt to our ecosystem, and then do all the stuff that they do. They have that technological skill, and they just chose to use hands and just be monsters.
Come here, little white children.
I'm just gonna run and grab you.
Just gonna grab you all.
One alien was feeling frisky. Like, let's just go get him. Like, sir, we could use the flux conjugalaga. Like, no. We're gonna go get in there and get. So
we just gotta come on.
We're just gonna get in there and get our hands dirty.
Let's just live. Let's just live in the environment.
Live it up a little bit. We're on Earth. What's the last time you've been on Earth? He's like, I don't know, Roswell. Yeah, get in there. Get our hands dirty.
We gotta be like real aliens, you can't just stick to our technology ways all the time. Come on, man, get your hands dirty. Live a little. Yes, that's what I found fascinating. And at one point, they were biting a human.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know they have utensils.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know they just cook. I know they just eat stuff raw. You know what I'm saying? So they just really went barbarian as aliens, and I find that fascinating. You know what I'm saying? I find that really fascinating because they just went full I think they assume that's how you hunt here. Like if we're gonna come to this planet, we just gotta act like them and just.
But I want to say,
barbarian.
At one point, I get it. If aliens coming to get you, there's nothing you can do. But make it hard. You know what? You come it ain't gonna be easy. I'm gonna be a story around the dinner table. You know what? You know what?
Bob, what happened to your shoulder? Well,
man, flag and flag. This one Earthling Mark, I just he's got a good hold on me.
just dislocated.
I want the alien to come home and Trogor, what happened to you? Oh, honey, this one Earthling, I just took it easy on me. Got a good hold on me. Oh, sit down, Trogor.
That's like the most interesting part about VHS movies because they always leave this big ended opening kind of thing where it's like either the apocalypse or whatever started, and we just gonna figure it out from here.
Yeah.
And y'all don't know how it ends after that. And when the aliens came, it was just kind of like, oh, that's just it. Like y'all are done. It wasn't any kind of reconciliation. It was more like, this is it, this is that. Y'all are just done.
I want to say this is the advantage of having anthology horror versus a horror movie.
Right.
Because you could just be like, here's the scary, and we're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to tell you what happened.
I think that was why I was so disappointed with, VHS Beyond. Because it didn't really do anything different. It just kind of took you into outer space. It was just kind of like you accept that this is an outer space story rather than it being an actual outer space experience. It was just more like these folks are abducted, figure it out. But this joint was like, hey, this is more serious and this is how these folks kind of ended up. What are you going to do about it? And I love the what are you going to do about it rather than this is the situation kind of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
and it also makes you sort of think because again, like we're saying, it leaves it open ended. So, are they coming to abduct humans and maybe experiment on them? Are they just we just want to get in here and kill some humans? We want to eat them.
Yeah, you don't know what they want humans for.
And
it's all the above.
Yeah,
it's like Black Friday, but humans. Get him in there.
Is this it?
3 humans for $3.99.
Yeah, and is this it? Did we just want to take some from here, or is this no? This was just the beginning. We're gonna eventually, go across the U.S. and eventually the world. What is happening?
And I think that's the beauty of alien horror. It could be very localized, or it could be the whole world, the whole nation. That's the beauty about alien horror.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know.
I thought this one. This one again. The vibe that I've been talking about the whole time. Immediately when we were dropped into the world of this one, we are back to this culture that I find really, at this point in my life, very, very familiar, but very annoying. And so I will say that. I will say the shot where the kid is in the sleep. First of all, that they snatched my man up in a sleeping bag is hilarious. And the shot of him in the sleeping bag in the water, that worked really well for me. That's probably like the best scene, exactly. Yeah. Everything else, I can take or leave it. But that piece worked really, really well for me. And that was an interesting one to me. And I think it suffered from following the previous one, which I thought was so fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so because it was very different. And I would say that last shot, I'm not a pet person myself, but seeing that dog like that after he had been a soldier for that whole process, a real soldier, it hurt me.
Amazing concept to have the dog be the camera.
Yeah,
very good concept. Tugs at our heartstrings.
Yes,
right.
But just and then I think that it's kids makes it grounded.
Yeah,
because I say what you will, I feel like kids in horror movies act the most reasonable out of any other adults. Like kids get it in horror movies. They're like run, hide, fight. Everyone else is like, what should I? Let's go explore. And like kids are like,
no. Danger. We should do something.
Run.
We should either run. We should attack.
Let's go check it out. Like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Shout out to kids in horror movies, man.
Yeah.
You know
what? No.
Except for the kids that are like the possessed ones, like they make it creepy.
But the only thing that would make this worse was alien kids.
No. The Purge. Thinking about how useless the first son was in The Purge and how that kind of matriculated to like what the entire franchise is.
Yeah.
Did you all see the first Purge?
Yeah.
I did not. You're good though.
It's been a minute.
You didn't see the first Purge?
It's been a minute.
Did you see any of the Purge?
No, but I'm familiar with the premise. You're
the
good.
Purge
You're good.
is supposed to be about like the fact that rich people and people in affluent spaces are able to target poor people. Most likely, it's white versus black. The most ingratiating experience was the one where it was like the first Purge, but the dude from from Insecure, the dude from Insecure, big buff dude,
not the main boy,
not Lawrence,
but the other
dude, not Lawrence.
Okay, the one that she cheated on Lawrence.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember his name, but I remember him. Yeah.
He was the main character in the first Purge, and that shit was so satisfying. He was fucking up white people like left, right, upside, downside, but he was going through stairwells in the projects. But also, he didn't want to participate, so it was more organic. In my opinion, that was one of the best Purge movies I've ever seen because it took what the first one was. The first Purge was about rich versus poor. And the first Purge was so terrible. Like, everybody wanted the first Purge son to die. Like, I was screaming it in the theaters. Did y'all see it?
Yeah, but it's been a minute.
Y'all ain't see it?
I saw the first Purge. I didn't see the movie The First Purge.
Yeah.
Wait.
I saw Purge 1.
Yeah, versus.
I didn't see the
Are
first.
you talking about Purge 1 or the movie The First Purge?
Yeah.
Wait, what is Purge 1 versus the movie?
Actual first?
There is an actual movie
Purge,
that is the first of the Purge franchise.
Yeah, I watched that.
And then there's the first.
There's also a movie called The First Purge.
Y'all talking about the joint with Ethan Hawke, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Purge
That's
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are also just describing the first.
The First Purge.
The movie.
There is a movie called
Purge.
The First Purge.
That's the movie you were just describing. Let's move on. I think something that was really interesting was how this movie ended, because the way that
Oh yes, we didn't talk about that.
the way that they did it, Buddy was already Lady was already gone.
Yeah.
Buddy watched the tape, still didn't react.
Yeah.
Was just looking at his lady, and then we continue to see that he decides to keep playing tapes, not calling for help, not saying anything, not doing anything, and I found that very white.
It's unrealistic.
I found it very, very, very intriguing.
It's an unrealistic horror move. Like it'd be like It'd be like if we're recording this podcast right now, and all of a sudden y'all just like stop talking, and I'm just like, why'd y'all stop talking? Why'd y'all stop talking? Why aren't we doing the podcast anymore? And I want to investigate versus just like leave the house.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I thought the wraparound for this one, I think I liked better than the wraparound for the previous one. And even though I just watched VH1
From the previous VHS.
Sorry,
the
VHS.
First VHS.
Yes, I think their tape was called Tape 56 actually, and this is tape 49. And I think I can't remember how Tape 56 ended in my head right now. But anyway, my point is for VHS 2, the wraparound, I think that it was interesting. At least the climax of it really worked for me. Mm-hmm. Whereas I'm not sure the climax worked for me in the last wraparound piece. I feel like it was its own story, and that wraparound story worked for me in a different way.
I'm just trying to understand. You think the whole end of this movie worked better for you
than VHS
1?
Correct. The story that is the wraparound story of the anthology.
Because
what was it? They stole, right? They were trying to steal something.
They were stealing cars and trying to like break into shit.
And then they were like broke into a house to steal these tapes.
I was at the end of the first one where the house just like that's really great. It's really, and they're just like, let's get out of this haunted house. He's like all running out of the house.
Yes, that is hilarious. Yes. So since we've wrapped up the movie, I would love to just like take a step back and talk about horror movies in general, because when I watched VHS 2 at the time, I want to say I was like convinced that this was like my favorite horror movie. Like this is the best horror movie I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of horror movies since then, and now after watching it again, Safe Haven was still amazing. Yeah. But I think at this point now, I still think It Follows, or I believe It Follows is my all-time favorite horror movie now. Very close is Babadook. Babadook is right up there, but I think VHS 2 is still great, but I don't know if I would put it as my all-time favorite horror movie.
I'll say this, now. I think Safe Haven and it again, I've seen 3 or 4 of these. I only remember Safe Haven.
Yes. And it still hits.
But Slumber Party is dope. That is a dope short film.
Yeah.
Slumber Party fleshed out would be an amazing movie.
Can I counter?
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
I feel like those are great, but I would give...
Hold on. What is great, but?
Those movies are great.
Okay.
But...
Okay.
My top 3: Train to Busan, Hereditary, and It.
It Follows.
It.
No, he just said It.
It.
Oh, It.
Clown.
Okay.
New It or old
It?
New It.
Not
It.
No.
Not Jim Curry. Even though Jim Curry was amazing, Tim Curry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Even though Tim Curry was amazing, and I love Tim Curry in everything, even the Halloween shit that he was in back in the day. Yeah. It. Hereditary and the shit I just said, the joint Train to Busan are my top 3 because they were so different and just so very extreme.
Let me counter with this. Does this have to be the greatest horror movie of all time?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Absolutely not.
A good fun time, because
are we talking anthology?
Yeah. We don't gotta rank everything.
Yeah. Are we talking anthology? Or are we just talking good movie?
I'm just
either way. It's a great movie. We don't have to rank it.
Yeah.
But it was good for me to reflect on my own personal list. Now that I've seen it again.
But you didn't say what your list was.
Yeah.
No, he did.
I did.
What was it?
Babadook.
It follows Babadook. Yeah. And then I'd probably put VHS 2 right after that.
I'm not gonna rank, but I'm just gonna throw some things out there. Horror, The Thing.
Yeah.
The first Thing or the remake?
Jaws.
The 80s one.
Okay. With Kurt Russell.
Yes. The Thing. Aliens, even though it's not really a horror movie.
The second one?
Yeah.
The sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
one of the greatest sequels of all time.
True that.
If you look at Empire Strikes Back and all that shit.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
And I don't know, who cares what else? But but I will say this. I think it says something about, like I said, I don't remember any of this franchise, but I definitely remember Safe Haven. And but when we saw Slumber Party, I was like, yeah, I remember this without a doubt.
Just even going back real quick, obviously VHS 2 itself, but thinking about Alien Slumber Party, it's interesting because I wonder, really, I think about all the VHS stuff in general, but specifically Alien Slumber Party, how much it costs to make it, because like you can tell it didn't take much money. Like,
so there's a lot of just lights.
Because you can tell, it was just lights. Honestly, the aliens, as you saw them, you can clearly see these are people walking in like almost like a silver looking suits or whatever. And then even I think of the scene when the boy was going in the water in a sleeping bag. You think, okay, in real life, what they did, they just had a sleeping bag and they like maybe poured some water in there. Or whatever. So, but still, when you don't think of that, like, mentally, immediately, it is like, whoa, there's a lot happening. This is crazy. But I really think of that like, that's a good way of making something. You did it very cheaply, but it still had this effect.
I think people, we as an audience don't care about production value if we're invested.
Yeah.
Like the Power Rangers. Hey, we love the Power Rangers.
Sure do.
It is one of the cheapest shows ever made. It is so we're in Southern California. Yeah, Juice Bar. Mountaintop dinosaurs, mountaintop area. It is a cheaply made show, but you don't care because you're invested. And I think that's the same thing about good horror. You don't care as long as you're invested. You don't care if you can see the wires, you can see the makeup. If you're invested, your imagination is going to do the rest.
And then really quick, I don't really have a ranking because I'd have to think back so much, but I will say a movie that still stands out to me is Amityville Horror, and even talk about the remake that came out
with
2000s or whatever.
God,
just because I'm like, for me, I had seen a bunch of horror movies before that, but it ranks somewhere on my list at the top because I still remember the jump scares that happened, and I want to make sure I'm not confusing this movie with another one. It wasn't the same one where someone was locked in a closet and the little girl had the bullet hole and was like putting their finger in there.
Oh, wow. I don't remember if that's the movie, but I do.
Oh, it might not be. Okay, I might be confusing with it. But if that's in there, then that's definitely why it's, But anyway, yeah.
Man.
This segment reminded me of No One Will Save You. Is that what it's called? Hulu, the horror movie with the woman, she's in the house by herself, aliens come.
Yeah.
Is it No One Will Save You?
Yes.
Yeah. It reminded me of that.
That was really good.
Just very this is a setting, aliens are involved, go at it, and at the end of the day, I think good horror is just simple. When we think about it, good horror is simple. Jaws, shark, water,
psychic aliens,
guys in boat.
It's very
you know what I'm saying?
Because of that movie.
Halloween,
aliens, psychic powers. I'm thinking about that movie again.
Halloween, guy, knife, mask. Jason, it's Friday the 13th. Guy, knife, mask. Freddy Krueger.
Telekinesis.
Guy, hand knives, dreams. It's just very simple.
Yes.
Very simple.
Big facts.
Well, gentlemen, anything else about VHS 2 as we wrap up?
I would say the two zombie parts were some of my favorites. I would say watching Shannon Smith go through the motions of those zombie meals was hilarious. He's like, what the fuck? But also watching Nils almost climb up on his own couch was hilarious to me.
Man. Just scary.
But I would say of anything that we just watched, the Indonesian drama, Safe Haven, the cult, the biting, the zombie-ish, the blowing up of bodies randomly, and the fact that all of a sudden his demon child took over the world. and they didn't like continue it, I was like, that is the most underrated story of all the VHS dramas I've seen in years. And they've gone up to 2023.
It does like I don't know why Safe Haven didn't wrap this up.
Right?
When you go back and watch this, like why didn't you end with Safe Haven? Maybe when did this movie come out?
2013.
I don't know. Maybe aliens were just in the zeitgeist. Maybe we're just
For the demon baby or the one?
No, I'm saying as a culture, maybe we were just really into aliens and sci-fi.
Because when those white people got abducted by the aliens, I thought that they were just waiting for the alien to get them. For real, they weren't moving.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think like as a producer, you look at this movie, we're gonna wrap this up with Safe Haven.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe there was something in 2013 they were like, no, the alien one, that's how we're gonna end it. And I don't know what was like popping back then, but maybe because watching this now, I don't know why you don't end this with Safe Haven.
Right.
You know, it's clearly the most superior film.
If you watch Beyond, y'all would be like, why did they even make this? Because I watched it literally about 5 days ago. It's not worth like putting on any kind of list of anything. It's just they are adapting stories that they think people want to hear, and it doesn't really feel connected, and it doesn't feel like it's an actual horror anthology. It just feels like, oh yeah, somebody said that they saw some aliens and we just gonna let them fly up in the sky. Like it doesn't feel like any of the anthology joints that we just saw, especially the last one where the gray aliens were chasing people. It don't feel like that.
It does say that and just looking a bit around Safe Haven, it says it has received critical acclaim and is considered by many to be the best segment in the entire VHS series.
Oh yeah.
And one of the comic review websites says it's a towering achievement in horror cinema and unrelenting, terrifying, and totally brilliant. So there you go.
There you go. Safe Haven. Bye.
Anything else, y'all, as we wrap up?
Anything else?
Just grateful to have the opportunity to watch this with people who are very enthusiastic with it. As a listener of the podcast, this is a very cool experience for me. So gratitude to y'all for that.
Awesome.
Hey, dog, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for coming through.
Absolutely. And thanks for listening. Thanks for listening, Pop Cult. We have a new episode every month. You can find us on all social media at Pop Cult Crew, POPCULTCREW. Email us at thepopcultpodcast@gmail.com. Become a member of the Pop Cult at our Patreon at patreon.com/popcultcrew, where you can see our full video episodes. Don't forget to rate us, review, and subscribe. And as always, join the cult. Peace.
Pop Cult Crew.